And welcome back to the PFF Mock Draft Simulator series. Today's edition, the LA Chargers. Now, I believe the LA Chargers are true title contenders and are a few pieces away from being favorites. Now, here's the thing the Chargers offseason was pretty quiet, but there's two things that you need to know. One, their free safety, Nasir Adderley, retired. And then two, they signed the middle linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Now, this dude has been one of the top five, one of the best middle linebackers in the entire league for years now. And the Vikings had to cut him due to salary cap situations. And now the Chargers finally have their middle linebacker that they've been looking for years. This team is ready to go. Now, unfortunately, last year they did choke a 28-point lead to the Jaguars in the AFC wildcard round. But also part of it is due to the fact that Chargers team had a lot of injuries that kind of screwed their season on early on in the year, including Rashawn Slater, their star left tackle, J.C. Jackson, and then many more. Many more stars on that team got seriously hurt. So let's get into the video and let's make these Chargers Super Bowl winners. Alrighty, and we are here. Before I get into it, I just wanted to show you all my settings here. We're going to put it kind of slow because we may do some trades, maybe moving up. I highly doubt it, but here are my settings if y'all are interested in copying them, and let's get into it. Alrighty, the Chargers are on the clock. I already know I'm going with here. As I said earlier, the Chargers lost their free safety due to retirement in Adderley, and they need a safety to pair with Derwin James. And that secondary was very bad last year because of due to injury. But Brian Branch would be an upgrade over Adderley instantly, and getting a top corner or top safety in this draft is not that bad at all, especially at the 21 spot. We are going to take Brian Branch. I will see you in a minute. Alrighty, and we are on the clock here. I think I know who I'm going to go with here. He's not necessarily a must-need for the Chargers here, but Sam Laporta is one of the top tight ends in this draft. Jeez, there we go. And getting him in the second round is not that bad, especially since the Chargers lost Hunter Henry 2 years ago in free agency. They need a tight end to come back in here. If you look at it here, he's 6'3", 245. That's pretty good. A little slow on the 40, but I mean he's big he's fast for his size. And even though he's a second, third round pick, maybe not necessarily a premium pick here, the Chargers do need a tight end. You can't surround enough weapons around Justin Herbert. We're going to take Sam Laporta here. I will see you in a minute. Alrighty, we are on the clock. I'm already going to be taking a reach here in Jalen Jones. Here's what I'm thinking here. The Chargers last year dealt with a lot of injuries in the secondary, which caused them the fault on their defense. Now, he's not necessarily the flashiest guy. He's projected a third-round pick. He's not necessarily the best guy, but here's the thing. He's strong. He can play cover three very well, and he's 6'2" at 200 pounds. So this guy's big. He's not going to have any problems dealing with big guys, especially in the AFC West, where there's Devontae Adams and Travis Kelce. Now, his grades could be a bit better for a third-round pick, though. It's not that bad. This is more of a depth type of move. We're going to take Jalen Jones here. I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, we are in the fourth round here. Now, we could go many options here. We could go defensive edge help, just get some depth behind Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. But here's what I'm thinking. Rashawn Johnson, he split carries with Bijan Robinson, and they ran one of the best backfields in the entire NFL. This dude is 6 foot at 219, and he's a cowbell. This dude can do a lot in the NFL. Now, here's the thing. His hands are not that great. But weirdly enough, even though Austin Ekeler runs that Chargers offense very well, the Chargers are more of a power back type running back group. Now, as I said before, Austin Ekeler really is not that guy, but being able to have a two-headed monster in the backfield to help out Justin Herbert is great. And in the off chance if Ekeler does get traded, this guy I think could be a gem to help out that offense, kind of keep it going without skipping a beat. We are taking Rashawn Johnson. I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, we are on the clock here. I mean, there kind of is a dead spot for the Chargers here, as we don't really need any of these guys. I mean, they could always get offensive line help, but I'm just not really looking for that. But we are going to go with Gerard Clark, the defensive tackle from the Coastal Carolina Chickens. That's what I'm going to call him. But I mean, what the big thing here is that his size is pretty great at 6'4" and 334, and then his grades aren't that bad at all. He has a 77 pass rush grade and then a 74 overall run defense grade. Obviously, that's going to help having Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack on the edges will help out his game overall. Plus, the Chargers need some depth at defensive tackle. And a lot of these moves right here are just for depth in maybe trying to find diamonds in the rough to maybe find a star later in the future. The Chargers don't necessarily need these win now guys in the later of the draft. So we are going to take Gerard Clark. I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, we are on the clock here. I'm kind of taking a reach, or not really a reach, but kind of a guy that's just kind of meh. Ventrell Miller. He is a coverage linebacker. Unfortunately, his coverage is not that great, and his run defense is pretty decent. But this guy's kind of a shot in the dark, 6 foot 232. He's a bit undersized for a linebacker. But here's the thing: we haven't drafted a linebacker yet, which is one of the Chargers' bigger needs. Now they did sign Eric Kendricks, as I said earlier, and he's going to help cover that for just maybe a year or two. But this guy's a low risk, high reward type of move, especially in the sixth round. Maybe he performs into something, and if he doesn't, you didn't lose a whole lot for him. We're going to take Ventrell Miller. I'll see you all in a minute. Alrighty, we are back on the clock in the seventh round. This is our last pick. Now you're saying we're gonna double dip here. Now we could really go wide receiver to get some Justin Herbert, some more weapons for the future. Maybe even get a tackle for some depth. But linebacker is still a big need. And trying to find some diamonds in the rough is what our goal is here. And I think we found one here in Ryan Greenhagen. His run defense grade is a lot better than the other guy we drafted. His pass rush grade is a lot better. And then even though his coverage grade is still not that great, it is still better. Now his competition is still not that great, but this guy is 6'1", 245, 15 pounds bigger and an inch taller than the guy before. We're just going to try and double dip, see if we can, maybe one of these guys will land here in the late rounds. We are going to take Ryan Greenhagen. Alrighty, and y'all know at the end of each draft, PFF gives us our grades, so let's look at them here. So Brian Branch is an A minus. Already off to a great start. B plus for our next two picks. Great start. These guys are plug and plays now, and that can help us win. That was our goal. And then I don't know why they gave us a C plus here. I think that one was it was a lot better pick than what they gave, or what they should have given. I think that would have been at least a B minus. Give us a B minus for the D lineman, not bad. And then A plus, or not A plus. A for the linebacker, and then B plus for here. So we hit on these two guys. Obviously, we have no idea if they're gonna project to be star linebackers in the future or not, but getting some depth there is helpful. And then they gave us an overall draft grade of B. Let me know what y'all think. I know it's not as long as a video as it used to be, and it wasn't as entertaining, but our goal here was try to get them to win now, and I think we got them there. We got their three most important needs, and hopefully they'll win the Super Bowl and beat the Chiefs because I'm tired of watching the Chiefs win. I will see y'all later, and I love y'all. Peace.